We're going shooting today. Brother-in-law just got here waiting for Nick Ferraro. He's bringing a VP9 and something else. My baby, Generation 5 Glock 17, both 17+1. Generation 5 has just like some small cosmetic differences, like a straight handle, no finger grooves, has the rounded tip for holstering. I thought the reinforced spring was Gen 5, but Rob says your 4's has that same spring, right?
Yeah, it's just smaller. Mine's a little smaller.
So that'd be pretty cool. Stock, they hold 17+1. Then I have an aftermarket magazine. This is a Men 2, which holds 18. So if you chamber one in this and use the aftermarket magazine, you have almost 20 rounds, which is beautiful. And we're going to a place called Elite, which is a range in an awesome gun shop. Has online prices, so you can get like 1,000 9mm rounds for 190 bucks, which usually you can't get at ranges. So just waiting for Nick to get here with his toys, and then we'll be good to go. In Rhode Island, you cannot open carry. You can only apply for concealed carry, unless you're law enforcement. You can apply for concealed carry, in which you have to take a test and everything. If you don't have concealed carry, then you can only bring guns outside of the house to and from a bona fide range. And you have to make sure all your magazines are empty, ammo stored separately from your locked up gun, and stored separately in the car. Crazy, man. And this package just came in the mail in the nick of time. Hell yes. Alpha Clothing. You guys have all seen me wear the silent hoodies, or the hoodies that don't zip all the way down. Cleanest style hoodie in the world. I'm obsessed with them, and I love their gray one. I have all the colors, but I love their gray one, I think, the best. And I recently just destroyed mine. I spilled like oil on it. So they just sent me a brand new one, and I'll rock this out today. Woo! Look at this. I love these things. These are the cleanest hoodies in the world, and they're so damn thick and comfortable. alphaclothing.co, link is in the info box below. If you want a discount on these, use the code NWB18. Saves you 15% off. Link in the info box. Woo! Major key before any pressing day, warm up with face pulls. Thank me later. Get those rear and mid delts firing, and your shoulders will feel like $1,000,000 once you actually start pressing. Today's week 6 of the lean strength power building program. I'm substituting the bench press out for the OHP, as you guys know by now, and I'm working up to a heavy single of 200 pounds for the first time in years. And I did it beltless technically because my belt is too damn loose and it came unclasped as I was starting the rep.
Yo, West Coast Pino, a Southside riding with the homie Big Coon, car hopping, top dropping, to get it keep moving. Down the street in my stick,
so it still felt pretty damn good. I did my back off sets with 160 pounds, and they moved like butter. They moved better than the back off sets last week, which were lighter. So slowly but surely, I'm making progress in this exercise. It's crazy to see the difference in strength between a pressing movement I've practiced a lot, like the flat bench press, and one that I haven't practiced really ever, like the standing overhead press. It's like I'm starting from scratch, but I like that. It's a challenge, so stay tuned. Here's a quick little physique update for you guys. As you know, I'm doing this lean bulk, and I'm bulking until March 30th when summer shredding begins. Plane tickets are all booked for Texas, so get ready for that. Not a whole lot to show you, obviously, during a bulking phase. I'm gaining a little bit of fat, which is going to happen when you're in a caloric surplus. I'm being a little bit more aggressive with my caloric surplus than I initially planned, just because I only have a few months to get my calorie intake up nice and high, whereas before I didn't know if I'd be cutting for like another half a year or so. But not too bad. This is still like a decent level of body fat. I don't want it to get any higher than this, but this is doable for the remaining couple of months until real shredding begins. Hey babe.
Yeah?
How good are my genetics for bodybuilding? Honestly.
I thought they weren't that good.
Right. See, she knows it. I know it. And I bet you, if I asked you what your weaknesses are, you would know them. You'd probably be able to tell me right away what you hate about yourself and what you would love to be able to improve on yourself or have been trying to improve on yourself. So, I have concluded that you are actually a cunt if you make the comment, your genetics suck, you have the worst genetics for bodybuilding, which I get all the time. I don't mind insults, I've been on YouTube for a decade. Insults are like normal to me now. That's just the internet for you. But just that one specific insult, I just want you guys to think about how absolutely pointless and just pure dickheadish that is. Call someone fat when they're not lean, being a little harsh, but fine. Say someone is weak, fine, they can work on improving that. But to point out someone's genetics, that's just so pointless. It's like being like, ha ha, you have brown hair.
Or being like, oh, look at your fucking huge nose.
Yeah, it's just point. There's no point. Everyone knows what their weak. I know my weaknesses better than you guys do. I could probably point out some weaknesses you haven't even seen yet. I mean, continue with the comments if you must. That's just the point. I wanted to make a PSA. You're a cunt if you make genetic comments. Thanks for watching.